Okay, so we're going to be firing up again, but this time we're going to use the Tumble Bee dual tumbler. So we're going to be doing some fire quartz in one barrel, and we're going to be doing some Mookaite Jasper in the other barrel. Well, before you ever start running, you want to go through and make sure that you lubricate your bushings and everything on your tumbler,
and clean your
and make sure everything's good and clean at the bushings. As you can see, there's some black buildup from the barrels, just a little bit right in there. So I just lube them up at the start of the whole cycle. I don't lube it up every time we stop to do a clean out, because we're not shutting the whole system down. We're just pulling one barrel off at a time. So we're gonna be starting here with step one. So,
and I don't know if you saw on the top of our little box here, we've got the MOHS level marked for the fire quartz, which it's a MOHS 7, which means that's the hardness. It's one of the hardest quartzes, so it's actually a really good one for tumbling, because it can handle it. And then the Mookaite Jasper, most Jaspers are also a 7. They may be a slight 6, but we're pretty safe to assume 7 on them.
So we're gonna be doing step one. Step one in the with a rotary tumbler is generally a 60-90 Silica Carbide Grit. So let's go ahead and
see how much we can fit in there.
Exactly.
We can fit it all. That's cool.
Well, we're not gonna be able to fit it all, but we're gonna
get most of it. That's
quite
good.
a bit of it.
We can always add more to another barrel of that, or other 7.
So you want to fill it about 2/3 full. 2/3 to 3/4 full, because you still want room for the rocks to be able to tumble around in there and everything freely. You don't want it to be so full that they can't get a good action or anything. And let's go ahead and open up the bag of Mookaite Jasper.
And I'm just going to show you a little bit some of the fun colors and some pattern on them. That one's got some.
Okay.
Come on, quit focusing on the back.
So, as always before, all the other times, okay, go ahead and add water up to just below the top of the rocks.
Probably could use a little less water than that, but that's okay.
Alright. And since these are 3-pound barrels, just watched an interesting thing from Michigan Rocks the other day, where he did a test with 4 different barrels to see how much grit worked the best. And a 3-pound barrel, 3 tablespoons was actually the best combination. Because he tried 4 tablespoons, 5 tablespoons of 6, but 3 actually did the best job overall. Go ahead and close that up.
Now the Tumble Bee has a different lid system. It still has the lip, but it has the metal lid to secure down. and a little screw-on thing. So personally, it's my kind of a barrel. That's what I like. I don't like fighting with that little rubber band that's on the tumblers. But you know, find one that you like, and that's the one you want to keep using. So
right. And the Tumble Bee doesn't seem to wear out the rubber membrane near as fast as the tumblers wear out the plastic lid. So go ahead and get these both secured on.
And I need to do my part, which is mark what they are.
The other nice thing about the Tumble Bee is the cap screw has this groove on it here, which allows it to set and catch, which keeps it from walking around.
A is the Jasper.
And B is the fire quartz.
Okay, so I like to keep track of them. So A is the Mookaite Jasper.
And it's pretty quiet. And here in a week we'll take it off. We'll see how rounded down the rocks are and everything. And see if we need to add some media to it or some extra rocks. And because you can always do more of step one. That's the easiest one to get the best shape and polish on your the shaping of your rocks and everything going.
And I always like to put how many tablespoons or teaspoons?
Tablespoons.
Tablespoons, yeah. TBS that we put, just because it is a good way to kind of keep track of what have you done to the rocks to get your success, and that way you can play with it like Michigan Rocks likes to do. You know, he's like, let me try this and see what that does. It's a learning process. It's a scientific endeavor. I mean, there's lots of things you're learning and doing by tumbling rocks. So we learn about the rocks themselves and about, you know, the effects of forces of nature on them. So it's kind of a fun experiment, and yet also you get pretty rocks to enjoy out of it.
Exactly. All right. Well, we'll see you all next week. Great. Bye.